Hey guys, Strong Style Studios here. It's me, Noah.
It's me, Alex.
And today we're here reviewing PWG's All-Star Weekend Nights 1 and 2.
All-Star Weekend 9.
9, absolutely.
Yes. And this show was awesome. These two shows were awesome.
What a weekend.
Yeah. Thank God. I'm so excited to be finally talking about these matches.
Yes. So let's go ahead and jump in.
Absolutely.
The opener of the weekend was Paul London versus Kevin Steen.
Paul London making his big return to PWG and looking pretty good for himself, I think.
Mm-hmm. I believe this was his return to the Indies, wasn't it?
I think he's working Indies. I don't know.
Anyway. What'd you think?
I thought it was fun. It was a nice little showcase. Paul was, had his comedy in there. Had some nice little, spots he did. Nothing bad. I think it went a little too long though. Like they kind of dragged it out a little bit. But obviously, Paul London's return match. You want to have him look good up there. Really liked how they did the finish. We'll talk about that in a minute.
I did enjoy the finish also.
Yeah.
But, this match was good, especially a good opener for the whole weekend. Like I said, it did go a little long, a little bit long, but it was nice to see London back, and he doesn't look to have maybe a little bit of adjusting to get back into ring shape. But as far as ring rust, I didn't see much.
No.
I hope he stops doing the drop salt though. I feel like that scares me.
Yeah, God,
he's gonna fall on his head every time.
He lands on his head more times than anyone I know.
Yeah, it's scary.
But yeah, I liked the finish. Like I liked how he did like it was a sunset flip power bomb, and like he goes to the top rope to do the shooting star press, but Kevin Steen's like on his like hands and knees, and he's like, oh, he's not gonna do the shooting star press here, and like he does it, and it's like it makes like, oh wow, like that's what made it more cool. I think was because like it was like that extra oomph, like oh, he's not gonna do it here. What do you think?
Right.
So that was nice. I thought.
That was cool.
Yeah.
What did you give this?
I went 3.
I also went 3.
All right.
Up next we had the Young Bucks versus Chuck Taylor and Johnny Gargano.
Yes, I think this was Johnny Gargano's debut in PWG as well.
Ah, yes.
A lot of debuts in this show. What you think of this one?
I really enjoyed this match, and there was a little bit of comedy, as you would expect from both these teams.
Yeah, of course.
And these guys are awesome at meshing the comedy, into a serious match. And this was a great showing for Gargano and Taylor. I hope to see these guys back a lot.
Oh yeah.
There was one spot that I thought was really awesome was when Taylor gave the elbow to the vest.
Yeah.
I always pop for that.
Taylor's awesome.
Yes.
I loved. There was a lot of super kicks in this match, and just like a lot of crazy tag team moves. But the one that like just is like one of the more painful ones I thought was when Gargano's going to do the diving spear into the ring, and both the Young Bucks catch him with the super kick like in the and it's like oh, that was nasty. That had to hurt.
And I'm a huge fan of the Bucks, but I wanted to see them get their asses kicked in this match.
They are awesome wrestlers, but God, you hate them.
Yes, and I could see this being a feud in PWG that
absolutely.
I would love to see.
Yeah, they had a great match. This reminded me a lot of their match from Chikara back last year. Chikara vs. Rex, I don't know, but it was a really good match.
How to Hatch a Dinosaur?
Yeah, that's what it was. How to Hatch a Dinosaur. It was a really good match. This was like a shade above it, or below it. But man, they for the second match on the show, this was pretty awesome.
Yes, definitely. I went ahead and gave this 3 3/4. Loved it.
I went 3 3/4 as well. Almost 4.
Yes.
Close. It's one of those matches like where you want to give them a bigger rating to, but it's like I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Next we had Jay Lethal versus Eddie Edwards.
This was awesome.
Yes, this was a very, very good match, and I want to say that the commentary was hilarious during this match.
It was Excalibur and Chuck Taylor.
Yes.
And they made the analogy of Jay Lethal, his lethal weapon, and Eddie Edwards is Die Hard. Right. It's like how
did no one?
Yeah, like they were laughing their ass off at that, and also. Talking about how Lethal thinks he's Macho Man because Samoa Joe beat the shit out of him so much that he thinks he's Macho Man now. That was pretty funny.
Yes. It did have some sloppiness in parts, but then they got past it and it really started to pick up at the end. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. What would you say?
I thought this was a match that like where two guys just got with it, and like I thought the instant clicked together. I thought they worked very, very well together. A little sloppy, but like it's anyone's gonna be in a match can be sloppy, and it was Lethal's first time in PWG, so
right.
Nerves
didn't really feel like it took away from the match.
No, at all, not at all. But I thought this was awesome. I loved it. I thought they built up very nicely to a finish. And I thought the crowd was really into this match. And it's just like, why the hell has ROH not put this match on a card yet? Mm. I think I almost think they have, but somewhere, but like I can't remember it. But this was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I think I like this more than anyone I know, and so that I'm fine with
that. What did you give this match?
I gave it 4.
Oh wow!
I really like this match.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good match. I enjoyed it from start to finish, but I gave it 3.5.
Okay.
Next was the Inner City Machine Guns versus AR Fox and Samuray Del Sol. This was crazy.
This match alone is worth getting this DVD.
Yeah, you're going to want to see this because it's just stuff you've never seen before.
Let me see right now. Ricochet, Rich Swann, AR Fox, Samuray Del Sol are 4 of the best high flyers in the world. Mm-hmm. Like, there's nobody that can do the stuff they can do in the ring.
No,
like, it is just insane.
And this was just spot after spot after spot after spot.
They never slow down. And the best part was Chuck Taylor on commentary just losing his mind. And the best part was there's a sequence where I think it was Ricochet and Samuray Del Sol were going back and forth, counter to counter, and just like it was mind blowing. The crowd was losing their mind. And Excalibur just goes like, I am never wrestling again. It's like, man, these guys are incredible. Really, I'm really glad we got to see this match before Samuray Del Sol got signed by WWE. Mm-hmm. But man, what a match!
This was incredible. Just the stuff that they did was just nuts.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that sequence, but they were crazy reversals throughout the entire match. And that's what I loved about it.
I love I think one was like AR Fox goes for the Ace Crusher and like Rich Swann puts his hands up and blocks it, and, like springboards back up. Like I've never seen anyone do that. That was really cool. So and also some crazy high spots too.
Oh my God, AR Fox, he's gonna kill himself.
He's gonna kill himself. I'm convinced. What'd you give this match?
I gave this 4 stars. This was very, very.
I gave it 4 stars as well. Awesome match.
All right, moving right along, we had Trent.
You didn't Trent?
Trent versus Roderick Strong, and well, I'll let you take this one. What do you think?
Just good match. Trent did all right. He didn't. I don't think he blew anyone away, but Roderick helped break him in and make him look good. Crowd really didn't seem into this match that much. Then again, they just came back from that amazing tag team match, and I think it was after intermission, so obviously they're going to be a little cooled down. Mm-hmm. But it was fine. It was it served its purpose well, and I don't think Trent looked bad at all. I think he could do well in the Indies. I think.
Yeah, that's what I noticed was that it felt like he transitioned to the indie style pretty well.
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing, like you said, didn't blow me away. It's not like something where when I saw him, I was like, oh man, I'd love to see him, in all these promotions against all these guys. But he's fine to fill out a card, and this was pretty good. And Roddy is the perfect guy, and I love him in that gatekeeper role.
Oh, he's awesome.
I wish that ROH used that more, like where a new guy would come in and they acknowledge that, well, if you're going to come here, you got to go through him.
Yeah. And Excalibur on the commentary is acknowledged that multiple times.
Right.
If you show up in a PWG, you're going to face Roderick Strong.
I love that. Yeah. Because he'll beat the brakes off you.
He will break you, all right?
You better fight back.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, this is probably like my least favorite match in the card, I think. Just like I just really didn't care for it that much. Maybe this was the London match, I don't know.
I'm gonna. This one's tough. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give it 3 stars because it was about as good as the opener.
I gave it 3 as well.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we had the Unbreakable Fucking Machines, Brian Cage and Michael Elgin taking on Future Shock, Adam Cole, and Kyle O'Reilly. What'd you think of this match?
I thought this was a very good match, easy to sit through. Mm-hmm. It was a little. I don't want to say disappointing. It just wasn't as good as I feel like it could have been.
Mm-hmm. I think one problem is like they did a nice job like putting over the fact that the Unbreakable Fuck Machines are just super strong and like they're like unstoppable, and that like Future Shock kind of had to play smart and like pick their spots to get an advantage on them. Mm. But they went way too long. Like they dragged this match out. I felt like I would have much rather. I think this match was like over 20 minutes maybe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they like, definitely.
It's like they could have tripped like 5 minutes off this match, and I'd have been much more happier. Like I mean, like at the end, it was a little ridiculous. Like the Brian Cage and Michael Elgin just like throwing move after move after move into these guys, and like then finally pinning him. It's like, man,
it just didn't feel like it was.
It almost felt like overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually, like, I'm not picky about that.
No.
Sometimes it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. But it was still still a very fun match. I really like the idea of Adam. Like, I love Adam Cole being the cowardly heel. He works very well at that, and I think it just him and Kyle O'Reilly are still like one of my favorite two guys to see wrestle together as a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're great.
Yeah. What did you rate this?
I went 3.5.
I also went 3.5.
All right, we're on a roll.
Yeah, buddy. Now we're up to the main event.
Oh boy.
Which was Drake Younger versus Sami Callihan in a guerrilla warfare match.
Yep, with the winner facing our PWG champion Adam Cole the next night in the main event. This was nasty.
This was brutal.
Yeah.
But it was brutal in a way that it told an unbelievable story.
It was violence with a story.
Yes.
Which I liked.
Exactly. Like I'd be like, "Oh, this is too much," but these guys did such a good job of psychology in this match with the wrestling and the blood and everything. Just it worked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the way I told people about this match was like I felt like it did a nice job. Like Sami Callihan and these guys, like they've beaten the shit out of each other over the years, and they're finally getting this match. And like Sami Callihan's, I think, is like in some ways one respect for Drake Younger, and like he's like beating the hell out of him. He's like, Drake, stop! You're done. I'm gonna, like he's begging him like, quit now, or I'm gonna keep beating the shit out of you. And like Drake's not giving up.
The story was how Sami would do anything to him. Yeah, he was gonna put him through as much hell as he could possibly think of to beat him, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah. And like I liked it whenever he's got like a new weapon or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna hurt you. Quit now. It's like, and Drake Younger wouldn't do it. And like I thought that was a nice little bit of a storyline to show like Sami Callihan isn't just trying to hurt Drake Younger. He's trying to make him lose. Yes. You know, I like that.
Yes, he just wants him to lose the match.
Yeah,
you know. But also, this match did a fantastic job of making you think. And let's remember that Younger has not been in PWG really that long.
No, not like he started, I think, at maybe 3 minutes 3.
I think that might be right.
I think so. So it's a little over a year at this point, or a little under a year.
Yeah, a little under a year. So he hasn't had a lot to build himself up to be a main eventer, to a believable main eventer. But this match, as soon as this match happened, people could believe that the next night this guy's going to win the title. Yeah. Who could beat him? How are they going to beat him?
Like he looked unstoppable. Like like what can you do to make this man quit?
This was fantastic booking.
Yeah, it was great booking and gruesome stuff. I mean, the scar that Drake Younger got on the back of his head was disgusting.
Well, yeah, because he got caught with the top or the bottom of a trash can.
Yeah, and like it sliced.
It was just a flap of skin.
Ugh.
Ooh, it looked nasty.
Yeah, and it like thumbtacks and an awesome bomb to the outside through chairs.
Stapler.
The stapler. We didn't need the stapler. Like I think that was like the turning point of the match. Like where it's like, okay, this is going a little too crazy.
Yeah, Kevin Steen was ready for this.
Oh yeah, but in a small way, like it still worked, and I really.
But I thought that added to it too, because Steen knows what it's like to be in brutal matches. Yeah, and he was like, man, this is too much.
Yeah, stop this match, please. And like it was a great match though.
It was.
I give this 4 stars.
I also gave this 4 stars.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but this is not for the weak of heart, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely not.
All right.
Overall, what would you go ahead and give this?
I give this an 8.5 out of 10. Really, really fun show. Definitely one worth your money and worth going out of your way to see. Can't go wrong with this match or this show.
No, you can't. And I'm gonna have to agree with that. 8.5. I really enjoyed it. It flowed really nicely, like PWG shows normally do.
PWG never feels hard to sit through.
No.
All right. Let's hop on over to night 2.
Yeah, let's do it. The opener was Willie Mack versus Jay Lethal.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed this match. This wasn't anything special. Yeah, but
it was a fun match.
It was fun.
Yeah. I think I see your notes. Like the one part I loved the most was Willie Mack, getting Jay Lethal like do the millions of dollars thing. That was awesome. The funniest thing ever. And so, like, I think these guys were pretty well together, I thought.
Oh, yeah. These guys, I would love to see these guys wrestle again.
Yeah.
And I wrote this down. Somebody pay Willie Mack. Somebody bring him in.
Yeah, good Lord, man. How is this guy not like the most demanded wrestler?
I feel like he's one of those guys that could be like the face of the Indies.
Oh, he can. But, yeah.
Anyway.
He needs to move to the East Coast, that's for sure. But yeah, I love this match. I thought there was a few sloppy moments, but like, you know, it happens. You know, these guys have never worked together ever, so it can happen. But I like the fact that Jay Lethal used like 4 elbow drops to like put Willie Mack away. Just really put over the fact that Willie Mack is a tough son of a bitch.
Right.
And a good match. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and the funny thing about the elbows at the end was after he hit the fourth one, went for the pin, I thought he was going to kick out like Warrior.
Yeah. No, Willie Mack actually sells.
But yeah, what did you give this?
I give this 3 1/4.
I give this 3 stars, but still very fun.
I'm a sucker for Jay Lethal and Willie Mack, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you enjoy these guys' work, you know, check this out.
Oh yeah.
But the second match on the card was the Rockness Monsters versus Chucky T and Johnny Gargano.
If you thought the Young Bucks and Fist could put together a good comedy match, here's another team that could put together a great comedy match. I mean, the Rockness Monsters are very, very entertaining guys. I really enjoy seeing them work, and I think them as heels is probably the smartest thing they've done.
Oh yeah, and the crowd really buys into them as heels.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
and it works really well.
Yeah, they're not like big or imposing, but like they're just like dashingly dirty heels, and like it works. And the fighting on the apron to begin the match, that was like they're like just fight on the apron. That's just like
they're doing like lockups.
And the chick fans are saying this is awesome. Like that's like only PWG you can get away with.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, just and it was a fast-paced match. You know.
Oh yeah, it was really and some crazy spots. I mean, like I think it was one like where Yuma was on Good Time's shoulders and like Johnny Gargano did like a suicide dive into both of them. It's like holy
like
crap.
electric chair to the floor.
Jeez, that was scary. So yeah, these two teams worked very well together. I thought.
I agree.
A lot of fun.
What would you give this one?
I give this 3.5.
I give this 3 1/4.
Oh, okay.
The next match we had was Paul London versus Trent. And did we specify that this is Trent Beretta?
Oh, okay, I think everyone knows. It's Trent Beretta from WWE.
Okay,
so
good.
I think everyone knew. If they watch PWG, they already know who Trent Beretta is. Who it is.
Well, maybe they haven't seen it.
Anyway, moving along.
That's why they're watching this video.
Okay. They should watch the video anyway. They have to watch.
True.
Okay.
Anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. What did you think?
I thought this was pretty good. I think this was a little bit better than both guys' matches from the night before. I think they worked a little bit better. I thought like they were able to pull off a little bit more comedy. I thought, and they had some really, really crazy spots. I thought.
Yeah.
The one part I thought was kind of cool was like when, like I don't know if it was a botch or whatever, like when like Trent did the backdrop to London like landed on his feet but like overshot like almost.
That was a super botch. I thought he killed him.
Yeah, like I'm like wow, like that's a botch, but like it looks fucking brutal. Like it worked in the movie.
Well, I think that London was supposed to land on his feet.
I think so, but like man, it was
had to hurt.
That was scary. But yeah, I thought the two worked very well together. I thought actually.
For me, I didn't think this was all that great. I thought this was. I believe this was my worst match of the weekend.
Okay.
Not that it was terrible or anything, but it just didn't do much for me.
Okay. And again, like much like the London match from night one, it went a little too long. I thought.
Yeah, and the problem with London's matches, especially since they're going too long.
Yeah.
London does look a little gassed in this.
Yeah.
match.
Oh yeah, he does.
He did.
But
maybe that was due to that.
Yeah, nearly cutting his head off. I give this a 3 1/4.
I gave this 2 3/4.
Okay.
All right, moving right along here, we have.
Oh boy.
The Unbreakable fucking Machines.
No, the Unbreakable fucking Steen Machines.
Oh, that's right.
Because they added Kevin Steen to tonight.
Versus the Inner City Machine Guns and AR Fox.
This is probably like as perfect of a triple threat of a 6-man tag team match on the indies you can get. This match was awesome.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this quite a bit, and it was funny how they had like. Two guys were standing on the same side of the apron.
Yeah.
And the commentators were just like talking about it. Just so stupid.
And like, they kept like going to the down like the whole side like and yeah, a lot of good comedy here. I mean, like I loved like Brian Cage, Elgin, and Steen, like, got him, like, suplex, like, seems like, let's lift him up for really long, and, like, he drops him, like, right away.
Yes, that was great.
This was awesome. Like, the final, like, 8 minutes of this match were just insane, and spot after spot after spot, and, like, oh my god, these guys were busting their ass tonight, and this was incredible.
They worked really hard. I thought this was just a very good match.
Really?
You know?
Okay. I thought this.
I didn't think it was amazing.
No, I did. No, sorry.
But yeah.
Okay, I gave this a 4 1/4. This is probably my favorite match of the whole weekend.
Okay. I gave this 3.5.
Wow, that's a big difference in opinion.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
All right.
What do we have next?
Next, we had TJP versus Samuray Del Sol.
Okay. I thought these two guys worked very well together. I think they meshed perfectly. I think these are two guys that have very, very crisp movesets, and like they don't botch very much at all. And it's like I think they work very well together.
I really enjoyed this. These two, they work so fluidly. You know,
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And sometimes I feel like with Del Sol's matches, his moves. Sometimes he just does like moves to do them.
Yeah.
But this match felt like everything it went along with the whole idea that he had to use this style because TJP is so good, you know.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the hell out of this.
Yeah, me too. I give this 3.5.
I also gave this 3.5.
All right.
Next we had Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts versus Sami Callihan.
Come on. Kyle O'Reilly, great wrestler.
What, I can't say that?
No, you can't insult the man.
That's not an insult.
It's an insult. All right, whatever. Versus Sami Callihan. What'd you think of this match?
I thought this was awesome.
I thought so too.
These guys work so well together.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was an example of how Kyle O'Reilly's really come into his own and is going to be a standout guy on the
Indies. Yeah, absolutely. I've always thought people like overlooked this guy for so long, and like I think that now people are finally seeing how good he is, and like, and to his own credit, he's actually now learning how to really structure a match together and like use moves, not just for the sake of using moves. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And making each one feel more important.
Yeah.
He's really putting the pieces together.
Oh yeah.
You know, he always had the potential. He's always been athletic. He's always been able to put on very good matches.
Yeah.
Let's say very good matches. Yeah. But now he's really getting it together.
Yeah. And let's not overlook Sami Callihan. I mean, Sami Callihan is probably one of the a great versatile wrestler. I mean, like he's known for his hardcore stuff, but he is not just a hardcore guy. He's very good at technical wrestling when you give him a match.
And these two,
they clicked.
Their styles were perfect. It was like Kyle O'Reilly's more of a clean cut MMA style or like kicking style guy, where
Sami Callihan just the kind of guy who's
go head first. You know,
I love this match. I thought these guys were great together.
I thought this was awesome. I gave this 4 stars. Really liked this match.
I gave it 3 3/4. Really, I almost gave it 4 stars. I wish it went a little longer. I thought like it's like like they really they busted their ass in this match.
I think honestly this was the only thing that kept me from giving it a higher rating was O'Reilly's selling on the knee.
Yeah,
it wasn't terrible. It's just it was on and off. You know, sometimes you just completely disregard it.
Right.
But other than that, no complaints here.
Yeah, great match.
Next we had the Young Bucks versus the DojoBros.
Oh man, I love them.
And these guys, whenever they get in the ring, you might as well just sit back and
sit back and watch tag team wrestling at its best.
Yes, this match was great.
This was probably a shade better than their match from Mystery Vortex, but it was so much fun.
Yes, these teams. I could watch these guys wrestle each other.
These guys could have a 60-minute Iron Man match, and I would not be bored for a second.
No.
I love the Young Bucks. I think the DojoBros are probably one of the best tag teams to start up this year, and I wish they would have more matches in other big promotions like ROH or something like that. And actually, they didn't start this year; they started last year, whatever. But they're great, and this match was a lot of fun. Just crazy action from start to finish. I thought that the Young Bucks doing the 450 on Rick Knox was like the funniest thing.
Oh my god, it was so awesome.
Murder. The only problem I had with this match was like the finish just kind of came out of nowhere. Like they had that like crazy build up, and then like then like they just did the more bang for your bucks and won the match. You know.
Right. Yeah, but at least I like that they used a finisher. It wasn't a roll up or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, I wrote 4, but I gotta give this higher. I really like this match, and I'm gonna go 4 1/4. This was a great match.
I went 4 1/4 as well.
All right.
All right, and now the main event.
Next, yes, the main event: Drake Younger versus Adam Cole for the PWG heavyweight title.
What do you think of this match?
I really enjoyed this match.
I really enjoyed it too.
This was a lot of fun, and it was a great way to showcase Younger as a main event guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the baby face in peril.
He is like the ultimate baby face.
Yes.
Like he can play that role so well, and the crowd loves Drake Younger so much. And one thing I will say though is like I thought this match was really great. Like just building up the idea that Adam Cole could not stop Drake Younger. Drake Younger was unstoppable, and like I was like I don't know like how intentional it was like the parts like where like he dropped him on his head or whatever, and like just like it's like oh plant like everyone's like oh man that injury
Right.
So I like that a lot. And just man, this is great. Only complaint about this match is it was really short.
Yeah, that was.
Now I don't know if that's how because of the injury or just how they did it or whatever.
I wouldn't be surprised just because obviously the night before Younger had
fucked up.
Yeah, it's just an ass beating.
But I will say right now, this was one of those matches where I got really pissed off about the finish because of how like Adam Cole rolls him up, grabs it, it's like 1, 2, 3, it's like damn it, I'm pissed that was the ending.
Right.
It's like damn you Adam Cole so like that was the one thing I liked about it. It was like it actually made you hate Adam Cole for stealing the win right there.
Exactly.
So, but I do like that they didn't give the belt to Drake Younger this night because I don't feel like it was the right time. You know what I mean?
No, and he's so over. Like he doesn't really need it right now.
Exactly.
He could win it pretty much any time.
He's gonna win at PWG 10, I bet.
And but one thing I want to touch on is how this match we mentioned how it showcased him as the babyface in peril.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's just perfect for who he is because he's this small guy.
Yeah.
But he's the toughest guy, probably the toughest guy in the indies. Just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and I just love I love the parts like where like he gets like takes a kicker to whatever the fish just pop back and starts jumping around her. It's like just like you can't help it like smile like be cheering for this guy.
He's one of the few guys that can no sell and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he's really good at that. I really enjoyed this match. I wish it was longer, but I'll give it 3 3/4.
I also gave it 3 3/4.
All right, we're back on track in our agreement. What'd you give the show overall?
Overall, I gave this show. I think I gave this an 8.75.
Okay,
very good show.
I went a little higher. I went a 9. I think this is definitely like a must-buy show for this year. If you're not a PWG fan, this is definitely a good show to start out with. I think.
Oh yeah.
Like this weekend is a really good show. 2 shows to start out with, and yeah, definitely one of the better shows of the year, I thought.
Oh yeah, and great booking throughout.
Oh yeah,
the
absolutely.
weekend.
PWG's always been known for great booking, for their double weekends, whatever. They really do a nice job building them up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll wrap it up for us here. Take care, guys. See ya.